Welcome everybody to the Sabbath, okay, aka Saturday, and this is going to be a really quick one, okay. Let's understand that we can always heal from the father wound. Your father is the masculine side of yourself, so this will be your thoughts, okay. Let's understand that we can always heal from your thoughts. You can always change your mind. Now, most of our relationships with the fathers, okay, most of your relationships, like your father is what is going to shape who you are. Like most of you are shaped by your fathers, okay. So how does he interact with you? How does your father interact with you? How does your father meet you? Okay, because a lot of your relationships will be shaped by your father, the father figure. And we are here to deal with our father wound. So the question is, how does your father interact with you? How does he meet your needs? Or how does he not meet your needs? Most of your fathers have never met your needs. Most of you, 90% of you, have never had your needs met by your father. Whether you are growing up, you never had enough. Your father never came to see you in high school. Your father has never recognized you that you graduated. Your father has never even recognized the step that you have taken. So, hata ukienda kwa babako anakuuliza aka kagari ulinunua waki, anakaita kagari. So your father has never met your needs. Okay? So how your father copes with life? How does your father interact with the world? Is your father a coward? Is your father on the forefront? Okay? So how your father interacts with the world is also going to change how you view yourself. Most of your fathers are cowards. Most of your fathers hide behind violence at home. Most of your fathers hide behind drugs and drinking and fornication. They cannot deal with their emotional wounded side, so they coping mechanism or avoiding. Your fathers don't talk. They don't discuss difficult conversation. They'd rather keep quiet. So even when your father beat your mother, there was never an apology to you. Ilikuwa tu inaachwa ijisolve. Hiyo kitu itaisha tu. Okay? You have to understand this, that most fathers, your father, your grandfather, my father, our grandfathers, they carry their own shame and generational traumas within themselves. Okay? And even if your father is like the best meaning father, like anakupenda kabisa, they'll have to project these wounds onto you, their children. You cannot escape it. Okay? For example, let's say you have a father who is emotionally shut down. Okay? So this is a father who you'll never connect to. Okay? So in real life, you are going to date people, or you are going to find yourself in workplaces or the people places and things, the situation and circumstances that surround you. You are going to find that you'll always be around emotionally unavailable people. Why? Because you picked it up from your father. You learned from your father. You learned from the best. One day I'm gonna go, and I wish I could dance with my father again. Ding, 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 ding. Sometimes I wish I could dance with my father. Sometimes So you are feeling it in heart, because that is true. When you grow up a father who's hypercritical, okay? When you grow up around a father who is conditional, kwangu huwezi pitisha saa mbili. His condition in how he raises his children with an iron fist. Alikuwa anawachapa. Okay? What happens is that now you as a grown up, you end up with anxiety. So, uko na shida ya perfectionism. Everything you wanted to be perfect. So, your relationship, you want it to be perfect. Your children, you want them to be perfect. How you do everything, you want it to be perfect. And nothing is perfect. That is very crippling. Hiyo ni kama tu kiwete. Hiyo ni kukua kiwete. That is not possible. Nothing can be perfect in everything. And this comes from the fact that you grew up around a father who was hypercritical. Baba yenyu alikuwa mkali. And nasema, we turned out well because our father alikuwa mkali. No! Wewe ni kiwete ya maisha. You have crippling perfectionism. Your man has to look a certain way. Now you are single 145, bado hujaipata bwana. You're a lady, now you are 60, hujaipata boyfriend. You're a man, now you are 60, hujai raise a family because you have perfectionism. Huyo msichana unataka fit everything. Ati anataka akue the height, the ne. Yeah, you ulitoka wapi? Ulitoka kwa babako. Heal your father wounds. You are a woman, you can never seem to mind your man. Why? You want to be perfect for your father. Because your father was hypercritical. Saa zote, kuja hapa, chapa wewe. Okay? Always on conditions. Kwangu mutakaa hivi, kwangu wasichana wanakaanga hivi. You have a father wound. So you grew up with a father who was never at home. Babako alikuwa anaenda anakuja Friday ama anaenda anakuja after mwezi moja. Unajua anafanya venye nataka. Okay? So this is anyone who grew up with a father who left. Hata kama aliingia ndege, akajifanya ati ameenda kufanya kazi na hapa kwa Waarabu 7 years, hapa US 10 years. Afadhali mkae na yeye huku. Okay? This is a father who was inconsistent in showing up. So what is going to happen with you? You end up with severe trust issues. You never trust people because anaweza kuacha. Kama babako anakuacha, msichana ndiye hawezi kuacha. Kama babako anakuacha, kijana ndiye hawezi kuacha. So you only accept love motutu. You only accept breadcrumbs when it comes to love because you have the fear of abandonment. So I can shower you with a little love just telling you I love you and you creep on me like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, just because I told you I love you and I don't even mean it. Father wounds because you grew up with a father who always left, who was never consistent. He never showed up for you. Maybe he was even in the house but you never saw him. Alikuwa anakuja saa 8 akiwa mlevi. Mnajua babako amekuja mkisikia nyama. Juu anakuja na nyama saa 8 na ana insist apikiwe. Sasa mnasikia mamako akikaanga nyama. Mnajua dadi amekuja na ni mlevi. Unajifanya unaamka unaenda kuamka unasikia. Kwani hamjalala? Na unaogopa tena anaweza toa fujo. So he was there but he was never there. Father wound. So you grew up with a father who was always going into anger. Papako alikuwa anavunja vitu kwa papako alikuwa anavunja vitu kwa nyumba. Those raging cycles of violence. Okay? Your father was always, he could never he was always overcome with anger. He was never in control. So what happens to you? You will be a man or a woman who is shut down from expressing your feelings because you are afraid. You grew up seeing people getting explosive around you. Okay? So you never express your own feelings because other people, you don't know what other people are going to see. So you have fear because whenever anything used to happen at home, your father used to bully you and break cups and everything. So now you are a grown up. You can never express your feelings. So unatitiangwa vibaya kazini unakubali. Ujui ni father wound. You cannot speak for yourself. Your father could never control his emotions. He was always breaking things in the house. That is how you grew up. So you also have a fear of expressing yourself. You can never say no. So you can open your legs to anyone. You can never say no. You can be taken advantage by any woman or any girl. Now you are growing up with your drunk father or the hoe of your mother of a hoe and the drunk of your father. So they are raising you in a broken home, but you never admit it. So let's say that you grew up with that kind of father. So this kind of father, saa zote akiwa mlevi anakuja kukuambia, unajua mamako ananitesanga sana. Yo mamako alipeangi chakula. Huyu bibi ulilioa mamako huyu. Mamako alipeangi chakula. Hebu uliza mamako. Uliza mamako. Wewe, wajiri ukuja. Uliza mamako. Mamako si chakula peke yake. Mamako muulize aliyama kitanda wakati gani. So those kind of parents. This kind of parents, whether it is a father or mother who was vomiting on you, relying on you for their marital advice, relying on you to advise them. Unajua mamako ananitusingi sana. Mamako ananitusingi. Na yeye mamako unajua babako ni mlevi sana. That kind of thing. You are growing up where they were sharing a lot of sensitive things that you are not supposed to be hearing. So when you are grown up now, your father who unataka kukuonyesha, you have a problem where you overshare everything. You don't have boundaries. Unaambiananga kila kitu yote, bwanako akikukura, bwanako akikuliwa, ukikosa pesa, you overshare everything. Not because it's your fault. You have a father wound. Because when you're growing up, your drunken auntie, your drunken father, your drunken mother, your hoe of whoever was in your homestead, broken homestead, they were oversharing. Babako anakuambia, unajua mamako alihama kitanda. Unajua mamako anipeangi chakula. Na yeye mamako, babako unajua ni mlevi. Babako unajua kuna wanawake wengine wangapi huko nje. Those were not things you are supposed to hear as a child growing up. That's a lot. So now as a grown up, you have a problem. You're always oversharing. Hakuna kitu yako haijulikanangi. Ukichukua loan kila mtu anajua. Ukisota kila mtu anajua. Ukikosa kila mtu anajua. It's not your fault. You have a father wound. So unaweza angalia babako. Uone babako ana makosa mingi sana. Oh, my father, he did not have the maturity, to deal with the emotional health, okay? To give us what we need, okay? So when you are grown up now, you are now giving this to yourselves, and as an adult. As an adult, now you are allowing these things to happen to yourself. And you shouldn't. Because these are father wounds. Ni sawa. And you can heal from your father wounds. Lakini sasa hiyo ni for another day. Kuna comment. What is this now? Gift a badge. Sent handles. Shout out to anyone who has sent a heart or something. Invite. Hata mjasalimiana kwa comments. Mmetulia tu. Amsalimiani. Amuko wengi. Hii si gedha ya watu wengi bana. Hii si mbogo ya watu wote. Hii is for the select few. This is not for the people in the world. Hata nyia mujashare. Mujashare hata live. But ni sawa tu. Sijasema usishare saa hizi. Don't share. Ilikuwa ni yenyu. So I'm gonna end this live. Nice. I'm gonna end this live. Each one teach one. So understand that you can heal your father wound. Today is the Sabbath. So I'm gonna end this one and I'm gonna come in with another one. So I'm gonna do a marathon of like 7, 8, 9 videos right now. So I'm ending this one and start another one.